Okay, Henry. Semper Fi, Bulldog, Major Chris Steele, United States Marine Corps. We need more Marines in office, right? Courage, honor, strength, and skill, that's what we're all about. And I really appreciate your stepping up into that capacity. Now, you're going to be flying in the face of a mediocre status quo gauntlet, okay? People want to keep things the same for their self-serving interests. Now, I know you, and I know your heart. And you're oriented toward, crossing that line of departure on time and taking the high ground and accomplishing the mission. So in flying in the face of that adversity, in the dynamic of that status quo, as I'm trying to pump you up with my words and my tonality here, so what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? I mean, when it comes to your capability to fly in the face of a system that may be oriented against you, how are you going to do it, man?
Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to go out and fight now. I'm ready to go right to Carson City right now. This is Henry Tyler. I think, for me, the fact that I come with this, and it's part of who I am, that will make those discussions a lot easier for me. And the fact that I have integrity, and I won't back down, but I will compromise, to get the job done. That I think bringing all that with me is what's going to make it happen. I think that people would know when I talk about education, I'm going to mean it. This is who I am. I am an educator. When I talk about security, when I talk about the military, when I talk about things that matter, things that you need conviction and integrity and courage and honor to speak about with conviction, people are going to know that I mean it. And I think that once you have people who say things that they mean and mean what they say, it's easy to get things done. And when you won't compromise those core principles, that's what's going to help make it work. Because now what's going to happen is that they're going to be caught on the carpet, and they're going to have to answer for it. And I'm not afraid to say, look, he or she, they won't get it done. Even in my own party, I won't be afraid to say it. I've never been a party line person. I've always been an issue person. And that's the kind of person I'm going to be.
Awesome. Who's up? We have 50. Who's up? Who's up?
What?
We have 50. Yeah, there's no RSVP for the next seat, so we have 50.
Okay, I'm Bill Lyons. I'm a businessman, and I got concern about the illegal aliens. I'm not a racist or anything. I don't mind legal aliens coming across the border, coming to the front door and who they are. It's the illegals I have a problem with. Don't know who they are, their records or anything. What is your policy, and what do you have any ideas on how to fix the problem?
This is Henry Tyler. When I first started running for office, and I'm laughing because my wife is Mexican, right? And her mother, right? and her mother, that's okay. And her mother is from Mexico, but they are legal. My wife is born here in this country. Her mother, has a green card. They are legal immigrants here. But when I started thinking about running for office, we talked about this. But my thing is, to be in this country, you need to be a citizen of this country. You need to be a legal immigrant. And that's it. That's the law of the land. And because it's the law of the land, then I support it. And I think that we need to, I don't know about as a state rep if there's anything I can do about securing the borders. Probably not. But I think that we need to do a better job in making sure that our illegal immigrants that either A, they're given an opportunity to become legal, right? Or B, that we're not giving away jobs to people in this country who are here legally. So I think we need to protect the jobs, and then either A, give an opportunity to either go back home or become legal citizens of this country.
Hey, Richard Hawkins, attorney and economist. Obviously, you look to some reform of the school system, given that you're working in a charter school. How far along that line should we go with school choice within the public schools, vouchers? How far?
This is Henry Tyler, and I was waiting for this question. I absolutely love this question because public schools have not yet begun to think about the possibility of charters, vouchers, empowerments, in the realm of education and competition in education, and how to keep dollars within the public school system, as well as how to make sure that kids can compete for the best teachers, the best schools, and the best quality for their education. In Wisconsin, I was a teacher there, but I'm also a former administrator of a voucher school. And I can tell you that my kids, when they came to me, the attendance rates were less than 50% when it came to me. The grades, the average GPA was 1.6. But in 3 years that the school was open, the average GPA turned to a 3.1. And the attendance rate rose to about 85% for those students that came to us in 3 years. The thing that I'm saying is that if we stop fighting what's happening, we can learn how to take it and make it work within the public school system. I think that if you take the ideal of vouchers and charters, and if the public schools really want to do a job in educating all of our children, they should take those ideas and incorporate those ideas into their system. That's one way to do it. There are lots of teachers in CCSD that are there because they believe, but they want to do something different. They want an option for a charter school option or for a voucher school option. How great would it be if CCSD offered vouchers, right, and gave teachers an opportunity to go off and run their own school? That would be awesome. But it'll create a system of competition that's going to help make the school system a lot better. I think that one of the biggest problems with CCSD is the fact that it is one huge school district. I think they need to, if they're gonna keep it this way, if we're gonna keep it this way, we need to figure out some way within the school district to create competition amongst schools, amongst areas, amongst children, amongst the staff, and then reward them, reward the winners, but not punish the losers. And I think that there's ways to do that. But I think that we need to have, I think that the teachers union needs to stop fighting against this. And I hate when people say, well, that's a Republican issue, vouchers. No, it's not. It's a student issue. It's about kids. And it doesn't make sense to me why, especially like in Wisconsin where vouchers are big, they have to put a cap on how many students can be part of vouchers because so many students are leaving the public school system. Why is it that if you say Republicans only fight for big business, and I get tired of hearing that, they only fight for big business, but yet these are all the people that are supporting vouchers. And most of their kids are not the ones that are receiving the vouchers, right? Most of the kids that are the ones that are receiving vouchers are the ones that vote for the Democrats. So, at least in Wisconsin. So it doesn't make sense. But I think we need to stop looking at it as a Republican or Democratic issue, and as a people issue, and as a student issue, as a child issue. And then we can really move things along.